Hi students, welcome to Alphos e-learning chemistry classes for second year. The running chapter is electrochemistry and now we are in session number 29. In previous sessions we discussed about the application of Nernst equation for measuring the electrode potentials of single electrodes at other than unit concentration, and also the application of Nernst equation for measuring EMF of the cell at other than unit concentrations for the total cell. That is when we are constructing electrochemical cell by using different electrodes. Clear? And now we solved some numericals related to that also. And now in this session we are going to cover the application of EMF of the cell. That is nothing but a relation. We are finding some sort of relation of this electrochemistry chapter, that is EMF of the cell, with other chapters like thermodynamics or chemical equilibrium or ionic equilibrium, like that. So in such a manner, from thermodynamics, when thermodynamic parameters are there, it is nothing but Gibbs free energy change or enthalpy change or entropy change. And related to chemical equilibrium, simply the one and most important factor is nothing but how to find the equilibrium constant, is it not? And now related to ionic equilibrium, we are having so many calculations related to pH of acidic solutions or any solution, and then we are having some concentration on solubility and solubility product of sparingly soluble salts. So with all these, this EMF of the cell is somewhat having a relation. And in this session and in coming session also, we are going to cover such type of relation among these different chapters or different chemical concepts that are related to thermodynamics, equilibrium, ionic equilibrium, and now coming to electrochemistry, is it not? And now let us consider that applications of cell EMF in different factors. Of them, the first one is in determining thermodynamic data. And this thermodynamic data is related to different factors. That is nothing but A, it is related to Gibbs free energy change. Gibbs free energy change. It is nothing but delta G. And next one is, it is enthalpy change. It is nothing but represented with delta H. And third one is entropy change. These are the factors that are related to thermodynamics. And next one is in finding or in determining chemical equilibrium constant. It is nothing but K equilibrium. And then it is in finding pH of solutions. These are different parameters where we are going to apply EMF of the cell. Clear? And one by one we have to discuss, and here and there we will solve simple numericals related to NEET syllabus. And it is because, as we know, NEET syllabus, in NEET exam, each question is of given only 1 minute of time. Thereby we need not go for the tough or difficult problems, but just we should have the simple idea about how to solve, that is the formulation to solve the question from the given data. Clear? And now let me consider one by one all these. That is nothing but, first one is Gibbs free energy change. As we know, this parameter has been already used for the last few sessions, as delta G is related to EMF of the cell as delta G is equal to minus NF E cell. This is applicable for single electrode EMF as well as for the total cell. That too, for the standard EMF of the cell also it is related as delta G naught is equal to minus NF E naught cell. These are nothing but E naught cell or E cell. These are nothing but EMF of this cell, or if it is single electrode, it is EMF of the single electrode. Clear? And F is nothing but 1 Faraday. 1 Faraday is nothing but we can consider it as F is equal to 96,500 coulombs. Is it not? 96,500 coulombs. And N is nothing but number of electrons that are involved in cell reaction. After balancing, after cancelling the electrons, when we are cancelling, ultimately how many electrons we are getting migrating from anode to cathode reaction, that is N value. Clear? So this is the relation for Gibbs free energy with the cell EMF. And now coming to second one, it is temperature coefficient of EMF. It is nothing but the rate change of EMF with temperature. The rate change of EMF with temperature is known as temperature coefficient of EMF of the cell. Just it can be represented as d E cell, that is change in EMF of the cell, by dt at constant pressure. This is known as temperature coefficient of the cell. Simply it is nothing but for degree change in temperature, how much of EMF of the cell is affected, that is rate change with temperature. That is known as temperature coefficient. And now let us derive this equation for relating this EMF of the cell with this temperature coefficient. This can be derived or arrived from Gibbs-Helmholtz equation. And if you recollect, or if you recall that concept related to thermodynamics, where delta G is the ultimate factor that can be useful in finding the spontaneity or non-spontaneity of a reaction. Is it not? When delta G is negative, the reaction will be spontaneous. And here also, when delta G, what we are finding, delta G is minus NF E cell. Here you can observe one more concept we already studied, that is delta G to be negative, E cell should be positive. That's why we are always considering that for all the electrochemical cells, the EMF of the cell should be positive, then only the spontaneity will be observed, then only we can generate the current from the electrochemical cell constructed. Is it not? So here this delta G, which is a parameter for the spontaneity or non-spontaneity of the reactions or any process. Clear? And it is related, it has been proposed by Gibbs. Actually, he is of deriving some equation related to enthalpy, entropy, which are simultaneously considered to give this delta G. Is it not? If you recall that, it is just delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S, ultimately what we are getting from Gibbs-Helmholtz equation. Is it not? But one of the form here to find, that is nothing but temperature coefficient of EMF of cell, that is given as d E cell by dt at constant pressure. To derive this, we are of getting one form of Gibbs-Helmholtz equation, which is given as Gibbs-Helmholtz equation. One form of this Gibbs-Helmholtz equation is delta G is equal to delta H plus T delta G by dt at constant pressure. This is one form of Gibbs-Helmholtz equation. And now, as we know, delta G is nothing but minus NF E cell. So now let us substitute this value here and here. then what we are getting is minus NFE cell is equal to delta H, and now minus NFT dE cell by dt at constant pressure. Just we are substituting delta G value minus NF, this delta G minus NF E cell. Clear that E cell is written here and NF here. That's why we are getting this equation. And now we require this value, this dE cell by dt. That's why we are rearranging this. And when we are rearranging, it is nothing but NFT dE cell by dt at constant pressure is equal to delta H plus NF E cell. And now we require this value, thereby dE cell by dt at constant pressure is equal to delta H by NFT plus NF E cell by NFT, and these are cancelled. Now what we are getting is dE cell by dt is equal to delta H by NFT plus E cell by T. This is nothing but temperature coefficient of the EMF of cell. That is nothing but the rate change in EMF of the cell with temperature. Are you clear? Just what we are doing is we are considering one of the Gibbs-Helmholtz equation form like this, and here in these two, that is delta G is substituted with its relation with the EMF of the cell, and where we are getting this relation dE cell by dt, nothing but temperature coefficient, is equal to delta H by NFT. Here delta H is enthalpy change, N number of electrons involved in cell reaction, F Faraday, nothing but 96,500, T temperature, generally what the temperature we are considering it is 298 Kelvin, plus E cell, and then T temperature again. Like that we can get the temperature coefficient of the EMF of cell. Clear? And this is second factor. And now let us move to third one, that is how to measure the enthalpy change. How to measure the enthalpy change from the EMF of the cell for a given reaction. It is also, again here also we are adapting the same Gibbs-Helmholtz equation which is given already in this temperature coefficient. What we are taking the form the same. Now let us go for measuring enthalpy change, that is nothing but delta H. Here from Gibbs-Helmholtz equation, again Gibbs-Helmholtz equation. I think now you can also derive this equation along with me. Try to solve equation. What does its form? It is nothing but delta G is equal to delta H minus plus T d delta G by dt at constant pressure. This is, and now we know delta G is nothing but this value. So let us substitute that value. Then minus NF E cell is equal to delta H minus NF T dE cell by dt at constant pressure. And now we require this condition. So let us make this to come this side. Then delta H is equal to minus NF E cell when it is coming to this side plus NF T dE cell by dt at constant pressure. This is, and now from this we can consider the common factor. Let us take the common factor minus NF. So when it is minus NF, it is E cell. When minus NF is going, the remaining is minus. So minus T dE cell by dt at constant pressure. This is the relation for enthalpy change of the reaction involved in electrochemical cell. Like that, this E cell can be considered, it can be useful in finding the enthalpy change of the reactions. Clear? This is the third thermodynamic parameter. And now let us move to the next one, that is nothing but the entropy change. Here, for entropy change of a chemical reaction, again just we are using the same Gibbs free energy change, that is nothing but Gibbs-Helmholtz equation, which is now we are considering for temperature coefficient and enthalpy changes, is it not? Now let's go for this. It is nothing but entropy change. Entropy change, just it is delta S. And here from again Gibbs Helmholtz equation, delta G is equal to delta H plus T d delta G by dt. This is Gibbs-Helmholtz equation, is it not? And now again we are trying to substitute this value, that is minus NF E cell in place of delta G, but you remember here in this case we require delta S. That's why we have to substitute this value only at this part, not here. So when we are substituting that value here, what we are getting is delta G is equal to delta H. This value is minus NF T dE cell by dt. This is when we are substituting delta G value of minus NF E cell here. Clear? And now when we are considering rearranging, let us rearrange this for convenience sakes. Delta G is equal to delta H minus T NF dE cell by dt. Just what for we are rearranging this is, we have to compare, if it is the equation 1, let us compare this with another equation already familiar to us, like this. Delta G is equal to what we are writing here, delta H minus T delta S, is it not? And this is equation 2. And now you compare these two. When you are comparing these two equations, just you can get delta S value, is it not? So these two compared and these two compared, and minus T, these two compared. Now the remaining part is this one. So with this one, what we are getting is delta S is equal to NF dE cell by dt at constant pressure. This is nothing but delta S. Just here again, N is number of electrons involved in cell reaction, F is nothing but Faraday, which is equal to 96,500, and dE cell by dt is nothing but the temperature coefficient of the cell. Clear? Like that, we are having the relation or the application of EMF of the cell with the thermodynamic parameters. Clear? Here, let us solve a numerical on this relation, just a simple numerical. Let me give that one. For a chemical cell, the temperature coefficient is given, and they are asked for the entropy change of the reaction. Just you observe, again I am giving, it is for a chemical cell at 298 Kelvin, they provide that is a temperature coefficient dE cell by dt, and they asked for entropy change. Let me write the data. This cell is, it is anode. So it is minus cadmium chloride, it is some concentration, and it is given AgCl with Ag. It is cathode. It is OHE, as we know, it is OHE, it is RHE. And now they provide the DE cell by, that is nothing but temperature coefficient. DT at constant pressure is 0.00065 volt per degree, that is nothing but volt per degree change in temperature, a degree Kelvin, volt per Kelvin. Clear? Now they asked for delta S of this reaction is how much. Just they are giving the cell and they are providing the cell temperature coefficient and they are asking for delta S. How to consider this? Just you observe here, we know that delta S is equal to NF dE cell by dt. Just they are providing this value and you have to find F and N. And now let us consider, in this reaction we know that cadmium is converting to Cd+2 by releasing 2 electrons, and Ag plus at cathode will get 1 electron to reduce to Ag. So now the cell reaction requires 2 moles of electrons to get this. So then only we can cancel the electrons. That means altogether from this equation we can say that N is equal to 2. And F we know it is nothing but 96,500 coulombs already. Is it not? And now just substitute that value. Delta S is nothing but equal to 2 into 96,500 into 0.00065 joule per Kelvin. Whatever you are getting, that is in joules per Kelvin. Like that, it is a simple numerical, is it not? So you have to solve them. Simple numerical, within 1 minute you can solve, because they are directly providing this DE cell by dt, nothing but temperature coefficient. When it is given, just what you have to find from this cell reaction is nothing but N, because F value is fixed as 96,500. Clear? So after finding N value, you can multiply this with like this, then you can find delta S. Clear? That is about the temperature coefficient and the delta S relations numerically. Clear? That is about. In coming sessions we are going to study, or we are going to discuss about the application of EMF of the cell with other chapter, nothing but chemical equilibrium, that is in finding the chemical equilibrium constant. And equilibrium constant, it is nothing but the constant may be for a general reaction Daniell cell, it is equilibrium constant. In case if it is weak acid or weak base like that, that equilibrium constant is nothing but dissociation constant Ka or Kb. In case if it is water, it is ionic product of water. In case if it is solubility and sparingly soluble salts, then equilibrium constant is nothing but solubility product. Already we know that all these Ksp, Ka, Kb, Kw, all these are nothing but are equal to equilibrium constants of respective reactions. So in coming session we are going to study about that relation of EMF of the cell with that equilibrium constants, nothing but with solubility product or some other. And also we are going to cover how to calculate the pH of the solutions, and that pH is when only from single electrode, and in case if that hydrogen electrode is connected with some other electrode from that E cell, how to measure the pH. All these will be discussed in the coming session. Clear?